don't go carry my dictionary. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. Please endeavor to share this broadcast and like the broadcast as well. We have a dollar sign right there on the comment section. Encourage us to do more for you, my people. Remember, on this platform, we all are learning. Nobody's better than anyone. In fact, for me, I did learn from these people all the time. I appreciate you all. Let's talk about the manifesto of our principal. As I know, say yesterday, or in fact, for a long time now, a lot of people have been saying, oh, Peter Obi not bring a manifesto, especially our opponents. You know, they'll be capitalizing on that particular area because Mr. Peter Obi did not bring his manifesto. In fact, Mr. Tinubu went as far by saying because Peter Obi have not delivered his manifesto, he cannot sit in the same hall to have a debate with him. Now we have a manifesto. Let's see what the next excuse will be for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like us to take it from here. Like I said, now lots of pages. So because of that, what we're going to be doing today, we are going to use our software, to help us in reading this manifesto today. Hold on, my people. Let me see how I can put this on the screen. Please bear with me. We're almost getting there. I'm looking. Okay. 1 minute, my people. Okay, I guess he's already there. Okay, everybody, can anybody just tell me right there? Can you read what you can see right there on the screen?
Yes.
Oh, good. God bless you all. God bless you, my lovely brother Israel. But I'm not worried. We'll go that an argument. We'll go finish and later. And everybody just calm down first. And make we do this one, and take it the way it is. So thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. As you all can see that in fact, I'm the happiest person to see that our manifesto is out. I've read every single thing. I started reading since yesterday and I finished it this afternoon, which is a good thing. You can see there. It is possible. Yes, it is possible. Yes, as they find. Oh God, see our principal and our vice president. You see our impact with Nigerians. So these are the things that we are going to be taking together. We are going to read everything. Don't worry. Not be me go read and no more. Not worry. Not even me say if I want make I start to read this one for now we'll go there for the next 7 hours. Except when I left this, I go read them. Now, see I'm right there. I'll use a verbal reading first before the software reading. Our commitment to offer honest and competent leadership to deliver our 7 priorities to secure Nigeria, end banditry and insurgency, and unite our dear nation to manage our diversity such that no one is left behind. I will just stop there because we have a lot to do. So, my people, pay attention to this and let's take it from here. If there's any kind of pause, anybody can interrupt, then we pause that. In fact, if possible, jot everything down because we're going to talk about this. Say that they don't do it to one do so. None of any platform that is supporting them could do this, but we want to do it. Thank you.
To secure Nigeria, end banditry and insurgency, and unite our dear nation, to manage our diversity such that no one is left behind. Shift emphasis from consumption to production by running a production-centered economy that is driven by an agrarian revolution and export-oriented industrialization. Restructure the polity through effective legal and institutional reforms to entrench the rule of law, aggressively fight corruption, reduce cost of governance, and establish an honest and efficient civil service. Leapfrog Nigeria into the 4th Industrial Revolution, through the application of scientific and technological innovations to create a digital economy. Build expansive and world-class infrastructure for efficient power supply, rail, road and air transportation, and pipeline network, THROUGHINTEGRATEDPUBLIC, PRIVATEPARTNERSHIPS, AND entrepreneurial public sector governance. Enhance the human capital of Nigerian youths for productivity and global competitiveness through investment in world-class scholarship and research, quality healthcare, and entrepreneurship education. Conduct an Afrocentric diplomacy that protects the rights of Nigerian citizens abroad and advances the economic interests of Nigerians and Nigerian businesses in a changing world. Our commitment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To offer honest and competent leadership to deliver our 7 priorities. 2. Our action plan. 3. Obi Baba Ahmed 2023. Secure and unite our dear nation, and manage our diversity such that no one is left behind in Nigeria. Move Nigeria from consumption to production. Embark on comprehensive legal and institutional reforms and practicable restructuring measures to ensure the enthronement of the rule of law, and decisively fight all forms of corruption. Prioritize human capital development through robust investments in STEM education, health, and infrastructural development, with emphasis on wealth creation, distribution, and sustainable development. Engineer the transition of Nigeria from fossil fuel dependency to climate and eco-friendly energy use. Pursue holistic poverty eradication with emphasis on agricultural revolution through effective utilization of our vast arable lands, particularly in northern Nigeria, and erase Nigeria's categorization as the poverty capital of the world. Improve access to finance, particularly to MSMEs, youths, and women, to significantly reduce unemployment and insecurity. Ensure that in policy and practice, governance will be made more inclusive, cost-effective, transformative, and less transactional. No more sharing of the national wealth by a few. Ensure that our diversity will be leveraged to give women, children, youths, the aged, and persons living with disabilities an unfettered voice in governance, and a renewed sense of patriotism and faith in Nigeria.
All right. My people, I appreciate every one of you. To be honest, we are not going to finish all of them. Except you guys want us to finish all of them. More finish them.
I think it's with all this one, we already have a headway. So I think if we finish it, it might take a lot of time because other people, we have a lot to do and different things that we're doing. So okay. We should just take it from here.
Okay, let me scan through. Okay, let's go to.
If you can place the 7 points on the screen, then we can take it from there.
7 points of agenda. Which page that one taking? Okay.
I think it was the first page.
Right. Let me see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The 7-point agenda. Can you guys see everything?
Yes. Yeah. Almost.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see it, but it's not too. But it's okay. Not too clear, but it's okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do the 7-point agenda and take it from there. Because if we have to read all of them, it's a lot. It's a lot. Thank you very much, my people. We try our best, and we're going to start talking about this now. We have another segment, and the last segment will be our first segment. So on this particular one, to be honest, I'm not sure many of you have read all the document here. I did. Sorry to say, Nigerians will not get strength to read like that. Some people might just scan through. I just say, okay, that's fine. But I started reading yesterday. In fact, I stopped around to 3 this morning. I slept and I woke up. After 1 or 2 things, I started reading it again because I wanted to understand it before coming on air. So, Lefties, are you there with us? So I'd like us to take this one from here, if Lefties is available. Okay. All right. Lefties is not available yet. I would like Israel, my brother. I think you're the first there, yeah? I'm not sure. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think I was the first.
Okay, you're the first. Okay. Let's take
All right.
this.
I'm not going to speak much because when I saw this manifesto, it's actually what I believe Nigeria should be. That is what this manifesto is leaning on. the first thing that caught my eyes, I think maybe they must be hearing me, because whenever I say a little boy with a funny name who believed that Nigeria has a place for him to should be given a chance. And that is what he included on the seventh plan, that where they're going to include everyone, regardless of your tribe. That was the most important one that I just picked there. Because the banditry one, we understand that it's the topmost priority, because in every country where it is not safe, you cannot attract investors. So I think Peter Obi and Dati understand what Nigeria actually need right now. They said about building, you see, putting technology. So they actually deal on our issue. They're actually going to go on the issue of, everybody, the issue of what? Database. So I'm very happy when you are seeing a manifesto that is actually speaking on what you have been leaning on, you have been pushing for Nigerians to understand. The first thing he said, because he actually clarified that, even when he was asked in the Arewa, what do you think you can do for the North? What do the North want? He said, I, Mr. Peter Obi, I'm not representing an Igbo man. I'm representing Nigerians. And that is what it has included in that manifesto. Every Nigerian is important, whether you are from the north, south, east, or west. As far as you can bring something that is productive on the table, that can carry Nigerian forward, I am involved in it, because I said it on before here. Anything that has to do with anyone that will work for the benefit of Nigerians, I am going to be part of it. And he also said it. He said they are going to give power back to Nigeria, not for the elites. I've been saying it all here. And another thing that struck me again, he talked on the issue of the rule of law. That is what brought argument today. You cannot, you see, an executive is telling you that the powers has to be for the Nigerians. You must, even if you are the highest person in the land and you commit a crime, you should be, because the Constitution says everybody is under the law, not above the law. Then we cannot say someone is talking, because we have to wait until he commits the crime before you tell the person. Like I used the first time. President Trump was the president of the United States. And when he issued a statement, that was a crime. And it's already being investigated, because they don't want to take me, because you have to commit it first before we know it's a crime. No, you are holding an office, and you should know that everybody is subject under the rule of law. You must not be above, and you must not abuse your power. The same thing lies to what is happening in the president's arena, where his wife is using the power being vested on them to infringe on someone's fundamental right, just because they speak against you or they criticize what you are doing for the people, and he's actually in jail, lavishing in jail. Why should he take his right from? And it's already stated in the Constitution of Nigeria, in Section 39, that everybody should have right to speak and not to be interfered, and nobody should intervene, and nobody should intimidate them, because they have the freedom of speech. But where is the freedom of speech for him now? Being denied. So for me, that is an abuse of power, and this is what the Labour Party has put. This is what they will address. For Nigerians, it is good that we read everything, because Manifesto DEC is a lined-up activity, what the party intend to do if given the mandate to rule. And now they have given it to us. We have read it, and I can understand the direction which they want Nigerians to go. I am part of it. Please let us take our PVC and vote for Peter Obi and Dati Ahmed. Thank you very much, and may God bless you all.
Thank you very much, my brother. I would like, because we talk about the banditry side of it, I would like us to listen to that a little bit before I move on to the next person. Please bear with us. Bear with us.
To secure Nigeria, end banditry and insurgency, and unite our dear nation, to manage our diversity such that no one is left behind. 13. Obi Baba Ahmed 2023. Onslaught against insecurity. This requires decentralized and professional management of security institutions and the use of grant and aid to encourage efficient criminal justice administration at subnational levels, namely, state, local government and community security administration. To deal with cross-border crimes, We will also adjust security modalities to address gaps and vulnerabilities arising from our obligations under the ECOWAS Protocol on the Movement of Persons. We undertake institutional reforms to secure Nigerians, which consists of 4 initiatives pursued simultaneously. Reforming the security sector, with particular emphasis on refocusing the military on external threats and border protection, and the police on internal security threats and law enforcement. B. Swift, firm and fair prosecution of criminals, bandits and terrorists to end impunity. C. Enhanced
Okay. Thank you very much, my people. I guess everyone understand the banditry part of it now, what Peter Obi have decided to do if I become the president of Nigeria. So I'd like us to move on to the next person here, which is Brother Nice.
No. I think it's me.
Okay, bro. Okay, yes, you left and came back again. Okay, Alex, talk to us.
Yes, thank you. As far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen, viewers worldwide, there is no banditry in Nigeria. I'm going somewhere. There is no insecurity in Nigeria. I will give you my hypothesis to debunk this Nambic Bambism, this state of cataclysm by the federal government, this self-aggrandizement. How can you explain to me, in a nation, a prominent and the most populous black nation in Africa, arguably on the planet, a full railway line will be kidnapped, and for months, criminals will be collecting monies, not far away from the federal government, Abuja Kaduna train, if you can remember, gentlemen. Let me titillate your memory a little bit, your historical memory a little bit. We have a federal government, we have the Navy, we have the infantry, we have the police, we have everything, all sort of military apparatus or apparatchik. And these people could not go after these men. So the federal government just now are the ones funding the banditry, the insecurity in Nigeria, because they want to allocate monies to buy weapons. We don't know how these weapons are bought. We don't know how much they are bought. We don't see them being used. And you are aware that in a church, people enter broad daylight. In a state in the West, our church massacre, people were killed. Just like that. They could not make arrest. They could not try them in a competent court of justice. We have seen it. We have rep members. We have the presidency. We have the ministers who are only visual or conspicuous when it comes to borrowing of money. I see what the Labour Party have done as just in a way to fulfill all righteousness, not to leave any stone unturned, because we've always had manifestos from 1999 to 2003, from 203 to 207, from 207 to 211, from 211 to 2015, from 2015 to 2019. What has the manifesto done for us as a nation? We still have electrical darkness. We still have kidnappings. We still have snakes and termites swallowing money. We still have a president who spent a lot of months in foreign medical trips, and we have billions of naira budgeted for medical facilities to build hospitals. And in a state here, the governor lied during his campaign that he was going to build in every local government, in every ward. When he was campaigning, he was going to build a mini clinic. Till now, even the central one has been destroyed. So for me, our federal government are the #1 kidnappers in Nigeria. They've been the one killing people, the cheap up guys up till now. Is now they are not releasing them in badges. They're not playing the politics of, Tom and Jerry or the cat and the mouse. Releasing people that they want to use for electionary, problems. Now they are telling us 80,000 Boko Haram bandits are now repented and they are building houses for them. What a banana republic we have. How are the mighty falling? Tell it not in Gads. Publish it not in the street of Askelon. So how did we get here that we now build houses for killers and criminals? That should tell you that your federal government are the kidnappers. This is where they went after Nnamdi Kanu, the man who was telling the truth. He may have gone about it the wrong way, but he said it, that they are coming to destroy you, to kill you. They can go about with AK-47, 6 million AK-47s, 6 million killers in the whole nation. They are working freely, but when you carry one, they call you a criminal. They quickly arrest you. The governor is very powerful then. When it's time to protect citizens, they tell you the security of lives and property is in the hand of the federal government. They give us that political boogaboo. So for me, those in the Senate, the blood of those they've killed will be in their head. The blood of those they've spilled at Lekki Tollgate, those they've kidnapped. A man came from America, was going back from a Edo State, he was killed. His life was cut off just like that. Deborah was killed. What did the Senate do? What did the federal government do? Didn't they have manifesto in 2019? Where was the manifesto? This is where Peter Obi was very reluctant, was very lackadaisical, was very lackluster in putting forth these so-called manifestos. At many forum or many many fora, he debunked that he does not believe in manifestos. Whereas this so-called paper led us to. So it's good for political reasons, for the theories to be written that there was a time, there was a manifesto, but the manifesto has been a scam. How can a young girl, a student, be lynched on a broad daylight, and all the tiers of government kept quiet about it? All the military apparatus, all the might, the federal might, kept quiet about it. The first lady of the nation, who's supposed to be the number one mother of the nation, protecting the gay child, kept quiet about it. But she's very quick to go and arrest Aminu because he said, you are not fat. Are you not fat before? With the poor people's money. So manifesto since 1999 has done us no good. It's just to fulfill our righteousness. For me, we want to see somebody or a group of leaders that care for the people, that will do the right thing. Donald Trump did not need manifesto to go and send a Team C, Department of American Military, to rescue an American citizen from the den or from the shackles of this so-called Boko Haram. So for me, I'm happy for Labour Party manifesto because they've been attacking them. But the APC and the PDP, who have destroyed this country, they've had their manifestos. Yet the Nigerian students were on strike for over 9 months or so. They've had their manifestos. They've been borrowing monies without accountabilities. They've had their manifestos, and we have the best of our doctors, our lawyers, our nurses, young men and women. They are leaving this country in drones. UK now in their Congress, they are now discussing how they can stop giving Nigerians visas because over 60,000 left in less than 5 months. So for me, this manifesto thing is just a political bookaboo that we should not pay our attention to. Look at the life and the pragmatic nature of the verifiable antecedent of those who are in the presidential race. Manifesto did not stop Ahmed Bola Tinubu from having a case of forgery from the Chicago University that cannot be verified up to now. So we don't. I cannot say that it's not important. It's important, but we have been scammed with it. So I believe in the person of Peter Obi and his vice presidential candidate. I believe in his ideology, not in Labour Party. Sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Okay, let's move on because we have another segment today, but it's better for everyone to contribute on this. I'd like us to move on now to Brother Nice. Brother Nice, are you there with us? Talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Nejawash. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, manifesto, beautiful. Also, we go through it very fast, and I see a lot of things that caught my attention. It's not about the manifesto; it's the willingness to implement. That is where our problem lies. The willingness to implement law, to institute a solid institution. That is where the problem lies. We always have a manifesto, as Mr. Alice you said. We always have, but where is the implementation? That is where the problem lies. You know, we have police. Police are not implementing what they are there to do. We have military. All of them, they are handicaps. So is to implement, that is where the problem lies. You know. So I hope I know Peter Obi is no doubt, you understand, that he's going to perform and he's going to do better, you know, so no doubt about that. But me, I don't so much rely on all those manifesto good work. I just want to give them chance. Let me see what they can do, what they can do, what they can deliver to the people. You understand? We need actions now. We don't need too much. We have been hearing a lot of too much distant promises. Promises have not taken us anywhere. Sweet talks are not taking us anywhere, you know. So what we want to see now, we want to see action. You understand? Like what the question that I asked the last time, I said we trusted Nigeria with a previous president, and they twist on us. We trusted those states with Governor Obaseki, the same result, no changes. You understand? So who are we going to trust? Most of all those things that even as I am now, my trust is very, very limited to all those our politicians. I'm telling you, I don't have any trust in any politician unless I have seen action first, in first hand. I don't even believe that any black man can even lift any black man away from poverty. And that is the reason why I believe that we still need our ex-colonial masters to come and change things drastically.
Oh man, come on.
Mr. What is your name? Tunaja, you should just keep quiet.
If you are a slave, don't be referring to nobody is our master, okay?
Bro, since they gave us independence, you don't know how many presidents that have been there. What have they done? We don't have light. It's not a shame. Even you that is here now, no.
They gave you nothing. Stop calling them masters. They gave you nothing. They gave you suffering.
Listen, go and look all the countries that white people are president. All their countries developed. They made their people comfortable.
All right.
Africa.
What makes you think that the white people give us suffering? They're giving us the power, the resource, everything. We have it in our hands. What have we done to help our own people?
We are ultimately responsible for our fate, but they are not helping us. Let's not miss words like they were benign and helpful. They have made sure using the international organization, our nations don't develop.
Okay, let's
Mr. Niger Watch, sorry. Mr. Tunaja, I respect you, but you use the word, a very insulting word. We all are here, even if we disagree with each other, but we still don't use that word on them. Please, Mr. Tunaja. You asked, there was a word you said first.
You shut up.
Yes, that's a very insulting. We don't allow that. We are all panelists. We your brothers and sisters.
He's calling me a slave. He's calling me a slave.
Mr. Tunaja, you are the one that is, everybody's here. Nobody is entitled to his opinion. You can correct him, but yeah, exactly. But let's just face the reality here. Mr. Tunaja, we understand where you're coming from. That is your own opinion. That's his own opinion. If you disagree, let us do it in a very educated way, not by just
when he gets to your tone, you can correct him too with your own facts.
We are not fighting each other here. Let's please apologize to him. Let us move on. We are all brothers here.
You right to oppose anyone, but you have to wait. Let him finish. You don't have to agree with anybody's delivery here. That's what the platform is all about. But insulting anybody here is totally prohibited.
Okay, my apologies for telling him to shut up.
Yes,
I just don't like people calling
of course,
us
you're
slaves.
Right. Yes, you're right, and I support you on that. You know, my brother Nice, please round up.
Yeah, so that is just my opinion. I believe that any black man in that Africa, I don't think they can change Africa drastically. We still need our colonial masters to come back and do what they have done for us. They left in a good Nigeria for us, but look at where we are today after our independence. So that is the point that I'm trying to bring out, so that people will understand. So it's not. I don't have any issue about people being there. You can be there if you are capable to. If they have been doing the right thing, you think we'll be here talking about them? We'll not be wasting our time talking about these people. Since 60s to date, look at where we are. Just look at one king. In the space of 30 years, he transformed desert to Dubai that we have today. Then you are here telling, come on, don't talk
Thank
about
you, nice.
the Western people.
Thank you. All right, before I move on to the next person, we'll have a caller here. Moyes Corner in the building. Moyes Corner, good evening to you. Talk to us.
Good morning, Mr. Niger. Good morning to all the panelists. I had to call in because of what Mr. Nice just said.
Okay.
I beg you, Mr. Nice, please, that comment, you should not even mention it. I will encourage, as a people from Nigeria, Africa, wherever you are, please read on Black history, African American history, the history of slave trade, to understand that those comments that you use now is absolutely abhorrent. You cannot say that. Is it not the same? Don't you? We all have brains just like these people. Don't call anybody your master. Who made them your master? Don't you know the difference? You know the difference between right and wrong. I know that, Mr. Nice. If you're given a position to serve your people, Mr. Nice, I am sure that you will serve your people the way they ought to be served. You're not going to, stand over their heads and crumble their dreams for their lives. I know you're not going to do that. So why would you consider someone outside of yourself? They are the same reason why you're experiencing what you're experiencing, directly and indirectly till today. Do you know how much they're taking from your land? Do you know how much most of these things are swept underneath the carpet because your leaders have given them access? You don't talk about them, but they are behind your suffering today. Please, okay. I beg you, that was very insulting. Do not ever say that again. Please, I beg you, go and read about your Black history so you don't speak ignorantly on a global YouTube channel. Do you know how many people are listening to you? My goodness. I beg you now. Pico. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Thank you so much.
Najawish, can I just say one thing? Najawish, can I just say one thing?
No, please. Okay, go ahead, Israel. Go ahead.
Yeah, because my sister, I understand where you're coming from, but he also has the right to his opinion. But when you start using he cannot, you are instructing him to say what he wanted. That is from your own perspective. See, he's saying it from, but what we should be using is, please, my brothers, let's try to educate ourselves. But when you are using he cannot, that is a direct mean of saying he should not stop it. He has the right to say what he wants to say. The only thing we can say, you can say, okay, please, let's be trying to do this. We cannot don't even say that. Let's be factual here. We are instructing someone, he has his right. You are also pushing him not to say what he wants to say. Let him voice it. If it's good or wrong, then we can put it like this. That is what I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move on. And
I wanted to ask her a question because the way she's talking, so I don't know all these women.
No, it's okay. It's okay, brother Nice. It's okay. Thank you.
Brother Nice. It's okay.
It's okay, yeah. Let's move on. Mr. Shimaobi, please talk to us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Niger Watch, for another opportunity. Yes, I will agree what Mr. Alex said earlier. I totally agree with him. So, but concerning what the last speaker said about colonial masters, yes, we don't, they treated us bad. We don't want them. But at the same time, our country today cannot govern themselves. That is why we have insecurities. That is why everything is lacking in our country. As I'm speaking to you right now, what is the name? Jagaban is in the same colonial master's house right now, talking with them. What is he going to tell them? Right?
It's a charter, yes.
He's holding a meeting with them as we are discussing the future right now.
Yes, it's
they
a
are
charter.
the same colonial masters. Why is he going there? How many times has these colonial masters came to Nigeria to save us? Now we are in need of a leader. Have they spoken? Any of them, have they spoken? So they have not. But the same people that are seeking for our vote, that cannot talk to us, is there talking with them. What are they discussing? So these are the areas we will see that we are in a deep trouble. So that is why when the last week I said that the colonial masters, we are still in their hand. I remember Buhari run the same place. Jagaban is running the same place. Atuku is running the same place. Everybody is going there. What are they going to do? That is why I said every of these our colonial masters, they are still in Nigeria. They are still there. All the envoys that are in Nigeria, they are the ones that put us where we are. So coming back to Peter Obi manifesto, he has said what they want to do. Manifesto or no manifesto, this man has told us that he will carry everybody along, and he has showed it during flood. He is the only person that postponed campaign and reach out to even the areas anybody can go. Peter Obi and his people went there. He forced other political parties to suspend campaign. The comment that even a Buhari administration cannot make, he, because of his movement, other people now started coming, started speaking out, started throwing our money that they have looted. So that's the sign of a leader. So reading what they say they have that they will do, they have said it all, and they are doing it practically. The inclusion, he is a candidate from South, East. He picked a vice president from the North. So when you look at it, and he has told us that they will fight aggressively the banditry, the terrorism, because they have come out and said that I will take back this, let us take back that we are the one governing this country, but they will be the driver. And that is what they are showing today. They have researched everything about this man, Obi and Dati. There is nothing they found nothing. They found nothing to hold them accountable. There is nothing. So for their manifesto, whether he presented manifesto or not, what they will do is clearly seen by all Nigerians. Today, a party that has not lasted up to 6 months since Peter Obi and Dati entered this party is the problem of the whole Nigeria. Because why? They have seen it that these two gentlemen is totally committed, is totally against injustice, is totally will deliver us. And that is why they are fighting every tooth and nail. And that is why the Buhari president is coming out to blame the governors. That is why everybody, so many of them are changing their mindset, are working so hard to make sure that they will not be in that office. But by the grace of God, they will be there in 2023. So to work, Peter Obi will work. He has done it in Anambra State. He has done it. He did it up to today. So this man will do it. There is nothing Peter Obi said that I will not believe. I believe in anything he said because I have seen it. All what he told Anambra people, this man performed it. So there is no doubt on what they will do. And Mr. Niger Watch, I call this your platform Niger Watch University. The reason why I said is that people that are coming to your platform are not just ordinary people. They are people of knowledgeable. They are knowledge. And they always speak for the truth. And that truth, God will look at the faces and the heart of anywhere meaning Nigeria that want Nigerian to walk and give us a new Nigeria come 2023. That is my position. Peter Obi Dati is the way forward. Anything that is not Labour Party, Nigeria will be where we are. The colonial masters are still the ones destroying us, are still the ones digging us because they are there. The highest hospital they are going is in the colonial masters. Why can't the colonial masters say, no, we have educated you people, you people are supposed to govern yourself and speak for against injustice that are going on in Nigeria. As somebody said here, Deborah was lynched in a broad daylight. George Floyd was killed Because of the death of George Floyd, the United States Congress amended their laws. Deborah was lynched in broad daylight. The presidency up to today has never condemned, has never investigated what happened. Lekki Tollgate, they have never done anything. They covered all this injustice. And that is where we are. The banditry and the terrorists are killing us, raping our parents, raping our sisters, making Nigeria a toxic place for somebody to go. Somebody asked a question 2 days ago that about 100,000 of Nigeria will not come back for Christmas. That check how much it will. That check how much it will cost. When you add something like 500,000 for one person, maybe to buy tickets. Let me just assume when you tax it by 100,000, you will see how much Nigeria will be losing. So P2B, that thing will help us to make all our Nigerians to come back. All of us that are in that's why I want to go home. But it's a toxic for you to go there and do anything. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Before we move on to the next person, I have a caller right here. Mr. Peter Okundaye, thanks very much for calling us. Happy Sunday to you. Talk to us.
I wish you the same, sir. Thank you, Mr. Najawas. Thank you. Brother Les, Brother Nice, please. I believe you grow up in this era of English carried away, just like the one Brother Les.
To Brother Nice or Brother Alice?
No, Brother Nice and Brother Les was supporting. So I'm going to tell two of them.
Okay.
Because when people speak on another man's language too much,
it
so
wasn't
they believe
that was supporting him. I think it was Israel.
Okay. If it is Brother, sorry, Brother Les, if it is Brother Nice, English language doesn't create a vehicle. It doesn't create aeroplane. It doesn't manufacture bicycle. It doesn't manufacture slippers. It is your mentality that will create those things for you. Before the British came to our land, the Portuguese came and made us the Edos, or if I should say the Benins. We are creating before the Portuguese came. They saw what we have been manufacturing and they were enticed with it. That is what Portuguese took to their land that enabled British to come and invade us. So believing on another man's language makes you to see yourself inferiority. And that is why when Obayamo, the one he speak rubbish up to, he didn't create one school, he didn't build one block. So my brother, never you think that the white man who gave us a better life, the white man came to our land and destroyed our life. And that is the mess we are today. If we remember that ourselves and try to know our language and our histories, you will not even want white man to come and be leading you. Those that live in abroad, they are slaves in today. The white man had a way to make people a slave. That is why if you come to Europe, you walk and walk. You have time not to rest. But bring that money home is nothing. You don't have money in your hand. After you pay light bill, pay transport, pay this, you don't have money again. So they still make people slave.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Najawas, when they say they supported him, because when they say they supported him, because the fact is here, when we are here, we are talking about democracy. So does everybody has right to his own opinion? That's my question.
Yes, of course, yes.
Exactly. So if they have right to their opinion, they should be let to speak for themselves. Whatever they are saying, let them speak their own. If you want to counter it, bring it to the table, but don't use the word.
Mr. Israel, can I ask you a question? If somebody is carrying a knife and he wants to kill himself and you are there, would you rescue him?
Yes, but this is not an action that has to do with somebody.
But it's about the same thing.
You asked a question that when you were speaking, people gave you the right. You spoke your own, and the other one come. When we were arguing something, you were speaking, I was speaking, leftists was speaking. You were listening, and I was listening. While I was speaking, you were listening when leftists was speaking. That's what I'm saying. Whatever he is saying, whether it's right or wrong, he should be given the time to speak. That is what we call democracy. I don't understand where we're going now.
Wait, I want to ask a question. All these things now, people are reacting now for this, what I said. I want to ask them a question. These same people that is reacting now, they are enjoying the dividends of democracy in a developed country. They go hide for another man's land. but they don't want make their own country be like that. When me I suggest now, people will go make their country be like that, all of them they react. If una country good, why would not go that person come another person land, white man land, would not like, now they enjoy them.
Okay, thank you.
Now my question for them.
Thank you very much. I would like us to move on now to Niger.
Yeah, thank you. See, this is something that is very, very fundamental. Any people that forfeit their right to survive to other people have forfeited their right to survive. It's just that simple. You are asking another woman's husband to come and save you, like a shameless man that cannot defend his own distant territory. This is known in the animal kingdom. It's very, very simple. Our forefathers are the first of the human race, and we've existed in this world for a very, very long time. Conquered all kinds of things, spread all over the world. This world that you see today is from our lineage. And somebody comes along and tells us that, you know what, our children should be our saviors because we're colonized for about 59 years and we enslaved our own people and sold our own people to them for 300 or 400 years. We have never been subjugated like this before, ever, since the creation of history. As a matter of fact, Europeans can't even boast of that. Europeans were ruled for 800 straight years by the Moorish distant kingdom. So if we start going back to history, for you to say that, it's like Esau that has been given so much and doesn't even know it and want to trade it away for trinkets. You're asking for your own children to come and save you. You are fortified with some of the strongest genetic lineage. You are fortified with history. You have been given land. You dig in the front, you see crude oil. You dig at the back of your house, you see gold. You go to a mountain, you get rhodium. Everybody wants your continent, the mother land of humanity itself. And you come here to call our people slaves. That we should be all that we should accept that we are. You have to ask yourself serious questions. Whether your woman should even give you any way. Whether you can't fend any way in this life. Why would a woman respect you? Why would anybody respect you in this world? This world doesn't owe us a living. This world is about power. If you have power, people treat you nice. If you don't, they will treat you like rubbish. This is why black people, no matter, we have not even done anything to anybody, but look at how we are treated everywhere we go. You see black people, they chuck them out of Dubai. They are crying because they are sending them back to their own country because they forfeited some of the most important thing in this world with their preference for themselves and prefer other people. The moment you prefer other people, you've already forfeited one of the most fundamental, which is sexual desire. When you want to reproduce, if you don't prefer your own, you are almost dead already. How does the next generation come and exist, and after them, the next one come along? Inferiority complex is a killer from within. You stand there and say, it's okay, let me defer to other people, our children, to come and save us. If you want to do that, you can do that. You have your own opinion. But I'm going to tell you, and I will never be one. If I'm going to be born like every other human being that was born on this earth, like they were too born on this earth, and they are going to depart this earth the way they came to. And if so be it, I die in the process of trying to fight my way and end my way in this world without begging for scraps, so be it. We all gonna come and go. What kind of behavior that inspires somebody to beg another woman's husband to come and save him? Why would that woman's husband ever want to save that person? The person is not worth saving. I will never, if I was a European, hear a man like that call for my help. I will never save that person because I don't want that blood in my line. That person is going to pollute my line because they are weak. That's all I'm going to say. And I really, really wish whoever is saying this thing, they really need to think what they are doing. And we all know the story of Esau. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, to Niger. Thank you for your own delivery right there. Let's move on now to the next person we have here, which is CM. CM, I hope your network is better now. Please talk to us.
Yes. Hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Go ahead. You have 5
Hello.
minutes.
So yes, so I think we are remaining on Labour Party's manifesto, which is good. In fact, as we are even talking, I've downloaded my own copy. It's online, so I've downloaded it, in which I will do a lot of reading. But I will just say one or two things. Actually, what Alex said, the preamble, I followed it. I think it's quite right. Given the experience of our recent past, by recent I mean at least since 2015 or even 2019, if you want to, we should not be sort of enthused or excited by manifestos because of the outcome. Every manifesto is good because that's what you use to sell yourself. As a salesman, you can always tell people, you can always have the skill to sell sand to an Arab. But the thing is, the most recent example is this APC. Like he said, I've said it here some time ago. I've read APC manifesto, it captured the very essence, and they tilted everything to take out Jonathan. But those that, in those days, that's they're saying in Igbo language that a group of people were chasing, they are doing hunting. All of a sudden, you found out that those people you are hunting with are now hunting you. So that is when you realize that we are not really we. So APC gave us, I'm just a preamble, APC gave us a good manifesto. The likes of Party Tommy, they were in APC and all the rest, Rotimi Amechi, make noise, all the necessary noise. Only to realize that when Buhari came in, he abandoned that manifesto and started implementing the manifesto of Miyetti Allah, which is cattle route, grazing route, grazing reserve, inviting all the Fulanis all over Africa to come and reside in Nigeria, sacking people in Benue State from their ancestral land and taking it over, going to Plateau and then changing the names of villages to that of a Fulani or whatever, and they just forcefully taking people, taking land from the people, and they moving terrorism down south. This is the manifesto of Miyetti Allah. Imagine inviting Miyetti Allah, Fenifero, Haneze Ndigbo, and Pandef to come to a meeting that they are all partners in progress. Where has that been done? So that is as far as fraud in manifesto goes. However, given the fact that we want to have a clean break from the past, I think we should place our emphasis. We should renew our hope and trust the Obi Dati movement and the manifesto they've given us. Manifesto, if anything, will serve as a guide. In fact, I will be looking at it by the time they start implementing it. I will be checking. In fact, I will even advise them if they are doing anything. They say this what we are trying to do now is in manifesto page this, because that will be a guide so that we follow. It's like somebody in a Bible class as he's reading. You have your own Bible. As the person is reading from maybe Isaiah chapter 5 verse 6, you are seeing it and you are following. So to that extent, let us give them the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I know Obi will deliver, because for a man to tell you when they ask him how are you gonna tackle corruption in Nigeria and everything, his answer was, if I did not steal, my wife and my family, they are not taking, and my friends, those around me, are not taking, you've reduced corruption by 70%. That is the best answer to give, because he said, I will be the person to approve what we are going to steal. So if I did not add my own, you can't add your own, because I will tell you, no, I'm not taking. So why should you take? But if I'm taking, if I take one, then you may put your own. Read the most important. Oh God, I will read out the most important item. Hello, I don't know whether I'm still being heard. Hello.
We can hear you.
We're hearing you.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. So the item number, the item, the 7-point agenda, all the 7 even key areas is very good. The one that captures it for me, which I believe is fulcrum on which every other thing will rotate for them to achieve, is number 3. restructure the polity through effective legal and institutional reforms to entrench the rule of law, aggressively fight corruption, reduce cost of governance, and establish an honest and efficient civil service. Yes, probably the key word they also miss there, if at all, is transparency. They would have just added transparency somehow in that sentence, because that captures the whole essence of Nigeria. When you restructure the polity, even if you want to do STEM, they say the science, technology, and mathematics, it could be done. It must not, everybody must not come to Abuja to do it. The way Bayelsa State is implementing their STEM can be different from that of Kwara State. All they want is secondary school should have science, technology, and mathematics, all those type of things, and then they carry on. And when you put on the rule of law, means that you cannot, the rule of law, everybody knows what it means. It's just to order the society. You cannot be seeing the military leaving the barracks, what they are supposed to do, and be coming out on the road to be extorting money or going to war to clear goods. Police must surely do what we are supposed to do. You go to the civil service. These are the things so that we bring civility back to government. So that item number 3 is to me, that is the fulcrum. Every other thing, if we achieve with that, everything rotates. You can then achieve your consumption to production, because institutional framework and legal, what makes the Western world developed is that here you don't behave anyhow, and there are things you expect that nobody should treat you anyhow. Even if somebody are coming to arrest you in your house, the moment you come out, they may not even put handcuff. They just say you get into the car, we are going, and then still respect your right, and then until you are tried. So we should be able to live. If that is what they want to do, that will also bring a lot of hope and reassurance to people. So this manifesto, in fact, is well crafted. I like it. We will use it. Everybody, we urge everybody to download it, hold it. In fact, when we have henceforth, if you can buy my idea Niger Watch, some of us, if you can download it every day when we come, we now continue debating it, sort of highlighting one, and then we'll be talking about it until the D-Day, because this is what we are going to use. If 80% of this is implemented, even 50, Nigeria will be on the road to economic recovery in every way. Before you now talk of building expansive road and world-class infrastructure, yes, power system, everything. Yes, we believe, but there must be rule of law and less corruption. Because if the corruption is still, the people are stealing money, you might award a contract to build a good road or good rail, it will just exist in the wind. The money will go. But if you have institutional framework whereby you can't even have a way to to steal money, whatever we are doing, we can be able to achieve it. So to me, I welcome this manifesto, and I want everybody to have faith. Although given our recent example in the recent past, we can always say that manifesto is nothing. So I don't blame. I also agree with people that said it, given our experience. But then you can't lose hope. If the day you lose hope is the day you die. So as long as we are living, we continue having hope that this one will be different. After all, who knows that Colombia will become what it is? We know of Colombia before, even Vietnam, China. Let's say 30 years ago, by 1999 up to 1998, Nigeria was better than China. But today, China is the second richest country in the world because of their population. They gave them skill.
Hope. We have hope.
Pardon?
I said Nigeria.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, so there are countries that have been in the pit and they are out. Who knows? Do you know that Britain was, as at 1980 up to 1995, Britain is rated higher than China. But today, after US is China. There's no doubt about that. So and then before you not think it's Japan, then Germany, India, then you start going down. So if with our population and we're able to give people skill must not just be going to get a degree. It could just be give the person, say, come and be a bricklayer, train the person very well, welder, give the person job. That is what contributes to GDP. Everybody is earning money. You don't need to leave your village because there is electricity, there is something you could be able to do. So that is when a good percentage of 133 million that are in poverty will now fall down to 33 instead of 133. Then we have 33, from 33 to 70, maybe to 5. Then Nigeria is as good as a middle income country. So with this manifesto, I think they will achieve it. All we need to do is to use it as a guide. Thank you.
Yes, so we are certainly going to use it as a guide, because I have it here on my computer. I'm going to look at it all the time whenever we are talking. In fact, I can't wait for Peter Obi, by God's grace, to become the next president of Nigeria. Immediately we are going to start checkmating him with this same platform. Appreciate you all. I'd like us to move on and to CBD. CBD, are you available now?
Yes, thank you so much,
Talk
Mr.
to us.
Najawaj. Yeah, all right. So, this manifesto that they have been trying to use and gaslight Peter Obi and Labour Party, we thank God that it has come out. And very important. I'm very, like, impressed with the way they captured everything and try to make everyone feel like they have a stake in the manifesto. And that is exactly what a well thought out manifesto is all about. Um, you can even see the picture of the cow there. That's to show them that the cow will be handled, the way it's supposed to be handled, not what some of these people are using to cause mayhem. Then it's very important that we we also don't fall into the trap of these people. Like I missed the program when we talked about the Donyo situation, but it's very clear, very obvious. Anyone that is doubting that, I think that person needs to really educate themselves or know how to understand situations, in my opinion. It's very clear that the man is, that money has exchanged hands somewhere. And that's how they will try and do. They are going to do a lot of those things, by the way. We should not be surprised. They have already told you, like that he said in the interview. These parties. They don't have any organic or just they don't have any organic support. Everything they do is paid for. They will pay for everything, even for people to come for their rallies. They will wear uniform. All everything is paid for. So let's be very careful. Uh, and also, I'm also disappointed in with Arise. Knowing clearly what these people are fabricated, they are giving them a platform to discuss what's happening in Labour Party and all that. No serious news media organization will even give those people any listening ear. We saw immediately after they did that, we saw TVC having a special session. What does that even tell you? It says something like that, and they were dissecting the same thing that they all cooked. So let's be very wise. And for what the little argument we had just now, well, it's important for us to know that we have to we should not be emotional about this thing. The way of the world is what you see the so-called colonialists. I think we should not add masters to it. Colonialists. That's what they are doing. They just have to look for their interests. This world is not heaven. We as black people, we need to, or Africans. Personally, I don't. I'm not black, uh, so not by skin tone or by anything. So we as Africans, we need to um, understand that this is the way of the world. If you present someone that will put you at a more disadvantaged position to these people, don't expect them to come and tell you, no, sorry, go and bring somebody that will challenge us and that we cannot deceive easily. They will accept that person. So that's why we should be careful. They are talking about somebody going to all that. You think they are going to tell him not to come? Because they understand that they need you at a certain level so that they can also further their own agenda. So that is why our people, especially these people in diaspora that are championing some of these other candidates, I don't know what they are thinking about. You have to look at the greater good. Put your sentiments aside, put your tribalism, put all those things aside, and think about how we can
Okay.
we can be
Thank you.
strong. We can stand, we can be able to sit in the table where decisions are being made. Let us not be emotional about this thing. Look at people like the Asians, like people have given example here, Japan, China, all these people. Do you think that they are loved by the West, especially China? But they respect them. Why? Because those people have put themselves in a position of strength. Stop
Thank you.
looking, we Africans, okay, thank you. We
Thank
Africans are so much into love me, accept me, welcome me. You just need respect, and they will give you that respect. Forget about who should love and accept you. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, CBD. Thank you very much for your submission. All right. The next person right now is we have Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike with us. Mr. Ike is not available. Definitely is not. I can bet 1 million naira on that. Mr. Ike is never ever available.
He's not on his chair. Sorry, I didn't say anything about this in the manifesto. I just got triggered by this issue of slave master. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Okay. Go ahead then. Before Mr. Peter Okudai.
Yeah, obviously, you know what I'm really interested in. It was the security aspect that they highlighted in the manifesto. He did say that he was going to recruit more personnel in all the branches of security sector, but he didn't state the numbers. And I think this is something that we need to flesh out. And whenever he's being questioned, we need to know the numbers, because right now, even the federal government is saying they are increasing. 5,000 is not going to cut it, given where we are right now. And I also like the aspect when he said that his foreign policy is going to be Afrocentric. And I've always said, you know, I said it before, I said one of the reasons why I support him is because he sees the diaspora too, and he sees the greater diaspora. He is a guy that went to Haiti 2010 and went and donated money and worked there as an aid worker. So he understands, he sees the bigger family. And this bigger family has a purchasing power of over $2 trillion. If we tap into just 2% of that, that is massive. And it tells you that this is very important. While Muslims don't tend to see that, but he will see it. And it's not like I'm against Muslim because of his, you know, an affinity that you have towards other groups. Muslims see Christians or people in the West, they don't even believe in Christianity anymore. So they will see them as, you know, unbelievers. So they don't necessarily relate to them as well as he would relate to them. That's one of the strongest reasons why I also support him. And then this the aspect of defense is very, very important. Clearly, he's very, very decisive on a lot of things about, you know, corruption and all the rest of it. But that critical aspect, the area I would say that I'm a little bit funny about it, you know, I heard CM talked about how he said, if I'm not corrupt, my family member is not going to be corrupt and the government is not going to be corrupt. But how about when he leaves? In place, there has to be a transparency system, and that is the area he didn't talk about, that I really think that we really need to get good at doing. We need to even be more transparent than the West, because we have a very diverse country, a very suspicious population right now. And if you want people to start feeling part of the government and feeling involved in the governance, they really need to feel that they can see everything that is going on within the system. And I think that is the only area, if I'm going to whine, I'm going to whine about. And I'm going to whine about it forever, really, until we have almost 100% transparency in that system. And but security, I'm happy, but we need to ask more questions. How many? Because that matters a lot. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, let's move on now to Mr. Peter Okundai. Talk to us so that we can move on to the next.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, good evening, Niger Watch family, the commenters, the listeners, and the moderators. Good evening to all. According to the manifesto, and I'm very happy to see, he said, the banditry and the kidnapping will be things of the past. Because what we really see as a kidnapping or banditry, they call banditry, because when it comes to certain people, they are criminal, they are this, they are that. When it comes to their own, they are repentance Boko Haram. Let me state it here again, that in this country that I am, a Fulani from Guinea, you know, Guinea, they have Guinea Conakry and they have Guinea-Bissau, told me that a government officials came to their land and said they should come All of them should come that they host Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to Fulani, that Nigeria is their land. So they should come. They went to Mali, they went to different areas they have Fulani. A Malian told me here, in this place I am, that is Boko Haram. What did I reply him with? I said, look at me very well. I'm not a Christian to be afraid of Boko Haram. I said, in my tribe, in my religion, we did not fear gun, not to talk of anything like that. So we can disappear and reappear. So that is the reason that that guy is afraid of me. Because I let him know that we are not afraid of, those are nothing. If really we know ourselves, if we did not look down inferior on ourselves, if we did not believe on the traditions of the Roman they brought to us as the Jesus Christ who have a place reserved for people after death. So all this nonsense that is happening in our land will have not be happening. Despite even Peter Obi, he believe on those Roman false rumors that they bring to us. But nevertheless, what I love in it is because he said all Nigerians will be inclusive in whatever he want to do. Because here in Italy, from primary school, they recruit police. From primary school, not even secondary school. They recruit police, they recruit soldiers, whoever they want to. From there, it is primary school, they interview you and know what your father is doing. If your father is a criminal, they interview the children. The children will say it to them. In all school have police that teach them. Whatever that happen in school, go to the government. So those are the kind of government we need to put in place. That information will be spreading all over. Person will just be in home. We don't know why police will come and arrest him. Because information has been gotten from. If you want to know the people that say the truth, go and ask children, little children. They cannot tell you lie. If they say no, it's no. If you tell them to say no, they will say, my so and so person said I should say no. Because they don't know how to lie. That spirit of truth is in them. So that is why a person who has traveled and stayed in the Western world like Peter Obi, who said, I want to come and lead the country, I want to make insecurity free. He can do it by taking the rightful people in the position. A soldier man said the Boko Haram can be a president of this country one day. That's Ojama, if not them at the Boko Haram, that Ojama will have put uniform instantly. If really him and his co-government were not the Boko Haram, that Ojama will have put a uniform instantly there and be locked for him to come and prove how Boko Haram will become. But they were not settling the people who Boko Haram drove away from their house. They burned their kid, their wife, and all. But they were not settling the people who they call that it is Boko Haram that they now repent. Did you patronize terrorism or did you sentence terrorists? So they were not patronizing terrorists instead of sentencing them. In America, they put them in Guantanamo, but in Nigeria, they give them estates. So this is how you have to know. And this is all the reason that we all are saying Peter Obi should come and lead. Because a real Nigerian will not be alive seeing a foreigner destroying his people. So I know that is why when you say asking the number of police or soldiers we recruit, no. All states will not be in charge of the people they are going to provide as a security for their own people. So I know Peter Obi is going to do that as his manifesto, that all Nigeria will be included. It doesn't matter the number, but matter that you have to bring the people who represent your state out from your state, not to bring them from Abuja, from Kano, who did not know any place in your state. So that is for that. For the production,
Mr. Peter Okunda, you only have 5 minutes. So
okay. I think okay. The next person should take over now.
Okay, you go ahead. Talk about the production in just 1 minute.
Okay, for the production, I do say it that what we just need to know is the mechanism. The reason that most of us travel, like person like me, I did not travel to abroad because I want to come and make money, but I travel to abroad to come and carry key that make money because money is in Nigeria. What we need to have is tractor. If we have tractor, we can make big farm, good farms. And those are what people are supposed to be using. And these are the reasons that people are running away from farm because they thought you have to dig with hoe, play with cutlass. No, let us who have learned to put a new ideas and suggestions. This is how it's supposed to work and put money together and make all those things work. And I believe if not by speaking English, by even those mechanic on the street, we call the common mechanic. In here, they are the engineer. Those what we call engineer in Nigeria who speak another man language are not engineer. So we should put all those things and everything will become well. Thank you and God bless you.
Mr. Peter Kundaye, thank you very much for your submission as well. Everybody have contributed to this, except my co-moderator Leftist. Okay, we have Amoyes Corner calling in. Leftist, just hold on. Okay, Amoyes Corner, go ahead. You have only 1 minute. Go ahead, talk to us.
Okay, I just wanted to I saw Mr. Ike. Mr. Ike is all right. I just wanted to I just want to thank you, Mr. Ike. I saw your on a channel yesterday, and I saw how you spoke. You know, I was really, really humbled by that. I really want to appreciate you, sir, for saying that, and I hope in the spirit that you spoke that, you know, people will listen to the heart of what you're saying and really put aside whatever differences they have and come together so we can vote in Peter the Rock Obi. So I just wanted to quickly also add, Mr. Nigel, I'm sorry, that the manifesto, I'm still reading it. I'm on like page 27, but so far I've been very, very excited about the manifesto, especially on page 7. What got me really, and he has said it really, Peter Obi has stated everything in his manifesto, to be honest. So page 7, he was referring to, you know, the inclusivity, which is bringing together, representing the African, the Black. That really got to me because that's what we need to hear. We need to remember that we're not just, this battle we're fighting is not just for ourselves. It's for it's for a bigger goal that a lot of us unfortunately cannot see. I'm sorry, but you know.
Thank you. That's fine. That's fine. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Thank you very much. I was wrapping up, but it's okay. My train of thought has been. If hopefully somebody drops something, I can call him. But anyway, so I just wanted to say that so far the manifesto is a really, I would encourage everyone to try and read it, download it, and read it in your spare time. You take as much time as you need and really outline. And I agree with what Tuna just said about, you know, the where he was talking about how the transparency and the fact that he's already stated it though in the manifesto that he's going to it's about bringing every part, every sector of Nigeria together, every tribe together. So yeah, but I do agree with the fact that it has to be a lot more transparent because that would really help a whole lot. So I'm going to wrap up now because I've lost my train of thought. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Moyes. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Ike, are you available for us now?
Yes, I'm available.
Okay, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. We'll be calling you since, you know.
Yeah, I step away for a while.
Okay, talk to us, sir. 5 minutes.
How many minutes do I have?
Five.
Okay, I want to speak specifically about the manifesto. I just want to encourage all of us that our principal has never wavered from what he believed in. For all the whole platforms in this campaign, that he said, record me, tape me, write what I'm telling you, what I'm going to do. So, here is the manifesto we are seeing. The document is good in order to allow these crazy politicians and parties to give Labour Party a breathing space. You know, for them to know that we are not just writing a document, but we are the document ourselves. And that is what our principal has proven to us, that he is the document. But I am happy that the document came out yesterday because why? You remember the division that is within the Christian Northern, whatever they call it. You remember when they were talking about 3 days ago, they said one of the reasons for not supporting the Labour Party because the manifestos has not come out. And today or yesterday, when the manifesto come, I think that they will be able to go and use their tongue to count their teeth. You know, Peter Obi is not following the multitude, but he's doing what is normal, what is proper to be done. So the manifesto is him, and will be that, and what he stands for. But I've not been able to read because yesterday was busy for me. Today is Sunday. I've not been able to read it. and I will be able to have time to digest the whole copies, download them and go through them. But I sincerely believe that this manifesto represents a true Nigeria. It represents what we are yearning for. It represents the new Nigeria we are talking about. And I know that if God's willing, everything that is said in the manifesto, that the party, if they win, they will carry it out. Like the last person said, we are going to hold them accountable based on one page to page of the manifesto. If by February 2023, God's willing, he becomes the president of Nigeria. So it is good for every obedient and Nigerians at large to download it and have a copy of themselves so that they can be able to say, yes, this is what you said. Yes, this is what you have done. Yes, this is where you have failed. So because without that, our principal said that he will never employ people who are saying, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. If you say yes, sir, 3 times, he fire you. He need people that are ready to tell him on his face, sir, you are very wrong, and I'm ready to learn. So, and I'm happy for the manifesto. It is a welcome development, so that the APC and PDP and the rest of them can go and bury their heads in shame and know that we are prepared, but we are not following the multitude, but we are doing our things accordingly and the way that is supposed to be done, so that at the end of the day, the people that are presenting the manifesto will be able to trust you, believe in your word, and that hope that he represents, that it will reflect on the manifesto if they win the election. So we have a hope. We are hoping, and we have a hope on Peter Obi and Dati Baba Ahmed. Thank you. I will continue with you. God bless you.
Yes, we are still together. Thank you very much, sir, for your submission. Mr. CBD, so he's trusting at 3 minutes they talk. All right, don't worry, we'll give you more minutes later. We'll give you more minutes later.
Okay.
Yes. Lefties, do you have anything to say on the manifesto, or should we move on to the next?
Well, as for me, I think the manifesto came at the very right time because the APC were actually trying to use that as a yardstick against the Labour Party. I remember what's his name, saying that Labour Party has no manifesto, so as such, his principal, which is Ahmed Bola Tinubu, cannot debate with people that have no manifesto.
Exactly.
But if they want them to go on a debate, they should come up with a manifesto. Now we have manifesto. It's not that Peter Obi does not have manifesto right from day one. He has. But you see the time he brought it out, what is now? December. Election is when? February. If he had brought this manifesto out since, imagine what would have happened. I think he did deem it wise by taking his time, wasting his time.
It was deliberate.
This period. It was deliberate. The man, Peter Obi, is a very smart man and very sensible man. You cannot push him. You already know when to do the right thing and when not to. Going by what people are saying, calling it has to be transparent. Hasn't he be transparent? What transparency do they want? I don't understand.
All right. Because of this, because we are going to have enough time at the last moment, not that we are rushing away, but I just wanted to rush to finish all the videos so that as you all can see, my co-moderator as well, he has not been feeling too well, so he managed to join us today. So that's why you see that I'm taking more of the task here.
Why in the evenings, Kachi will be here Monday to Thursday. Then on Friday, usually we have debate in the evening. Newspaper review remain till Saturday, except Sunday. But Saturday, we have random broadcast. Sunday, we'll still be here. We still have random broadcast till evening where we have this section of discussion. Thank you very much for your time. We see you again tomorrow. Thank you.